Welcome Raptors, this is Paul Mills, also known as Binary, here for another RTM update. Let's go. How you doing, Toy Bro? How you doing, Sherm, Hans? Alvidas? Ricky? Jamalis? Just about another 14 minutes, guys, and we'll get started with the RTM update. We have quite a few things to talk about tonight. Then we'll take some questions from the YouTube and the stream party chat. That is at our Discord as well. If you want to head over to our Discord, a link is at the top right of the stream. Head over to hashtag party chat, stream party chat, and we might do a bit of rain there. And that's where we'll be taking questions. So we'll do a half an hour RTM update stream, and then we'll head over to CryptoSmith, also known as Jesse Lambert. Stream is called Down to the Wire, the last strand. Seems to be a lot of work going into the last thing has been created. Hopefully we'll have some finished products tonight, we'll see. Just want to say a big thanks to Whitebat Audio for giving us the tunes tonight. Again, great stuff, bro. I'll mention you as always. How you doing, Philip? Jeff Stoliper? Jeff's saying he's got 800k. We'll have enough to run a node soon. Awesome, bro. Awesome. How you doing, Shim?
Slay down.
Hey, Wiz. How you doing, bro? Right, guys, just another few more minutes now and we'll get started. We'll head over to Piggy and Charlie, maybe? And I think we're going to get Scherman as well. Thanks for waiting. Okay guys, we're almost there. I'll get this music turned down and we'll get ready to head over to Piggy and Scherm. Okay. Can you hear me, Piggy and Scherm?
I can hear you.
Well,
Yep,
we're about
definitely.
30 seconds a little early, but shall we just get
30
it
seconds
started?
early.
Shall we just
Might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Let's go then. Okay,
All right.
guys. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for waiting around. This is another Raptoreum weekly update on the famous Saturday nights. So here we are for another, and we've got quite a bit to talk about tonight.
Hey now, it's Sunday morning out here, man.
Hey Piggy, what you got on? That is one cool bit of merch. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, that is fairly serious stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The owl.
Yeah.
We use RTM. Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
That is a serious bit of merch, and it's a pretty serious day today from out here. I mean, it's the project. It's the anniversary of the Genesis block today from out here.
Well, it is where you are right now, but not where I am.
Yeah.
Not where I am. Not just yet.
You've got another 90 minutes to go, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So, are we doing anything tomorrow for that, Piggy? Are we gonna do?
We have got an absolutely absurd amount of things coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
I mean, we've got this whole list to go through. It's
And this is also
we've got NFTs happening. We've got DeFi happening. We've got all kinds of things happening. I mean, man, where does it stop? I also happen to know that we have some coverage coming, and it's gonna get wild.
Yeah. All right. So let's get started. So, as many of you have seen, Nando did leak a few images over the last few days of assets transactions on the testnet. Basically showing, the hard work that's been put in, showing we're not just sitting here twiddling our thumbs, especially Nando as well. Showing all the work that the developers are putting into the RTM chain. This has fired up the community as well, as it
very excited.
Shows progress and stuff is happening. We are not phased by anything, and we will deliver.
No.
Yeah.
So Nando has shown what he has in asset creations types and sending and receiving, working on the test network. If you want to talk about that, Piggy.
Essentially, yeah, that's basically what he has so far. We're still missing all kinds of things for it, but on the not the test net, because that would be the public one. The test net is on the development net. We've got two levels of test net. We've got what we call DevNet, which is basically not public, because we don't want somebody to accidentally break it, as it's too much work to fix it. Then we've got the public testnet, and then we've got release candidates on the main net, and then the main net with the main release itself. Those are like the 4 development layers we work with. This is on the DevNet. On the DevNet, he's got that working. You can send and receive assets, but a lot of the other functionality we're looking at is not there yet. But it is very good progress.
So what are the
what's particularly impressive about it is that with each one of those commits, there are also appropriate unit tests, which is sort of how you double check, and normally you don't add those till testnet stage. So I'm happy.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy.
We're all happy.
Piggy's happy. We've all got to be happy, haven't we? So this stuff that Nando has been doing this afternoon as well. What's been going on with that, Piggy? What are these commands?
I mean, op asset ID, for example, that was one of the ones he adjusted to fix a failing test. Op asset ID is where the assets essentially carry data. They carry their naming data. If you noticed on the server, he discussed with a couple of people, you can do up to 128 character names and work from there. What else is there? It is basically the same version as send and receive coins, but for assets, and the issue assets, mint assets. I don't think we've quite done the 100% unique one yet, as that needs to use a different set of checks, but that should come fairly quickly as well. Like if you want to issue a truly unique NFT, unique, not as in can be copied or can issue multiple copies of it or something like that. Real one-offs.
We do have an important message from Wiz, who's asking, does that mean Big Piggy's feet are soon going to be on RTM?
It
EP
does,
feed
yes.
NFTs.
Yep, feet NFTs, Big Piggy's feet
Yep.
NFTs. Everyone,
Foot picture NFTs on the way. Yeah,
that's happening.
I'm definitely going to be selling those. Might as well capitalize while I can.
All right.
I mean, I'm still young, and I mean, you know, 4 more years and I hit the big 50, and then it goes downhill from there. Supposedly.
You were telling me it was going downhill yesterday. Now?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, gradually, you know. It speeds up once you hit 50.
What are you saying?
Speaking of
Sean?
which, happy belated birthday! Happy belated birthday to Big Piggy.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Trying to
guys.
speed it past us.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been working with the new DeFi team on helping them utilize the chain and helping them build their socials and branding and get deployed and things like that. It's basically the first project building on Raptoreum on non-contract DeFi code.
Yep.
Piggy, anything you want
Yeah.
to talk about?
It's going to enter basically pre-alpha testing tomorrow or today in my time zone, and we'll be posting up a launch message and invite links and all that kind of thing, so people can come on and join and have a look and see if it's something they're interested in. It will run its own chain for proof case, for doing proof of concept for some of the other things, but it's built initially on RTM with support from the RTM team. And I think what's even better is several of the developers on there may be supporting further development work on RTM, which is going to be rather impressive, I believe.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
can really speed things up like that. I mean, the one thing we've done 2 things wrong since launch. I mean, we as in the project should have hung on to more of the first month of rewards and paid out the testnet bounties slower, because we could have been sitting with 1 or 2 full-time developers now if we'd done it like that. But c'est la vie. Water under the bridge, and we're getting closer and closer now with Nando able to do a bit more work for us, and some of the guys, Circuit Breaker, Xiaoyu, DevCon, and some of the rest of the team over from I'll even leak the name, Nowput.finance. Some of the team over there also going to be starting to contribute on RTM. We are really going to be moving fast and hard, and I'm going to be designing a system for them to use over there, where basically you populate a market from on-chain transactions, which should be interesting, because it means you can do everything on chain, everything's settled on chain, everything's put up on chain, your bids are put up on chain, everything is up there. And some of this will be, I believe some of this will also be coming to RTM smart contracts once we get those ready. It's going to run as a centralized service, but everything on chain, no need for accounts. With using RTM on there, you'll be able to actually, let me see. What happens if I share my screen?
But do you want to share?
Hold on.
I mean, yeah, I think you can. You can, I think. Just share it and I'll sort it out.
Let's see. Yeah. That's the one I want to share.
All right. It's working.
And yeah, you can see here, we have very simple here, BTC USD. The price is ticking along slowly there. We've got 1 minute timeout. So I take my testnet wallet, copy the address into the send tab. I am going to bet, well, how much am I going to bet? I'm going to bet 10K RTM. Oh, hold on, was that 10? That was 100K, that was a bit much. Futures, no blocks. If I don't know how many seconds there are in a minute, I can copy them from the site back into my wallet. Send. Yes. Now,
Discord
Discord
automatically blocks wallets.
Bugger. It's not in, it doesn't come up on,
Yeah.
I'm only...
No.
Yeah, it doesn't come up, mate.
Okay.
You just have to describe what you're doing. What we can see right now
Okay.
is now put.
Okay. What I just did was from here, you can see it says copied. I copied the address to send to. I copy the time lock value in seconds. And I paste them into my testnet wallet and send from my testnet wallet the futures transaction to that address. The ticker starts counting down from the time it enters the wallet's mempool, the platform wallet's mempool.
Okay.
So no need to wait for confirmations, no need to wait for anything fancy like that. After 60 seconds, a second call is made from the platform to the price data provider. If the price has gone up, well, have I talked for over a minute since we started?
Yeah.
I think I've talked for over a minute since we started. Good. So I'll take my transaction ID, paste that into tracking. It should have a status fairly shortly. It's not quite finished yet. It's literally those fields are being updated as we speak. But it's there, which means it got registered coming in. And then every hour on the hour, the platform will pay out. In this case, because it's only a 1 minute option, it's basically almost gambling on is the price going up or down. I'll get a 50% payout on top of what I sent in. So if I guessed correctly that it was going up, in an hour, on the hour, I will get 15,000 RTM back into my wallet. No need to do anything. No need for accounts. Nice. No need for anything fancy like that. So, yeah.
All right.
It
Very
works.
cool.
It works. It works across. Or actually, let me just show the remaining markets there. There are.
Piggy, would you be able to say, and on that bombshell?
On hand on that bombshell. What? Sorry.
No, it's an old Top Gear thing. I think someone's saying that you sound like Jeremy Clarkson.
Well, that's all right. Atom, BNB, Doge, Dot, ETC, ETH, Link, LTC, Poly, SHIB, Sol, Ton, Tron, XRP, and of course, BTC. Those are the ones you'll be able to, and you'll be able to basically take out hedges on there, ranging from 1 minute up to a week to start with for the alpha testing phase. It's probably going to end up with a higher rate, with a broader range of options for timings and maybe even some longer time frames as well. But this is going to be a game changer, I believe, in a lot of ways. And the system we're adding to it, this is only one way of using it. This is using the RTM futures transactions. So there is really no way for the platform to go and rug. If they do rug, it's pretty bloody stupid because all the money is locked up until the end of the options or hedges or whatever you want to call them. And that just makes it easier for everyone to track, and they'll have more time to track it.
All right, Piggy, I'm going to have to stop you there. Sherm, we made the realm of the Gigatoshis on the last trivia.
did.
Yeah? So can you explain to people what that is?
All right, so basically, for trivia, you might know the knighting rolls. If you donate before trivia during the 15-minute window, you can get knighted if you're donating to the rain pot. After level 10, you can get to the realm of the Gigatoshis. And for this, you got the first 10 people to reach it will get a ticket to the digital conference. Was that the West Digital Conference? Right? But you'll, let's see. Obviously, you get the role. There's also a secret chat room for all the Gigatoshis. And there will be some more perks to come. You'll also be allowed to do some of the testing and stuff on some of the projects that are going to be coming out. So you'll get first access to that as well. And yeah, more to come.
Is there anything notable to mention that's been going on in the Discord the last week?
Week or so. I mean, obviously, you got everybody excited with Nando's asset leaks and what's going on there. A lot of people have been helping out with Raptor Wings, fixing a lot of the issues and bugs that they've come across and helping that as well. I think a new Raptor Wings is coming out shortly. And then obviously you might see some of the channels moved around. I'm doing a little organization of the Discord, but all your channels are there. They're there somewhere, and you might find some new ones as well. I think we just have AI chat as well, just created, so got that as well.
Cool. All right, so Social Ruins, the guy that was that I mentioned on the last stream that was building a web wallet for RTM, has now added transaction history and many other things to the web wallet, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Works really nice as well. This is kind of exciting as it will allow interoperability and working with a lot of different marketplaces and things like that in order for the DeFi side of RTM to be used a lot more in the future. So yeah, so that's just something that we are looking to build upon, and we did have a small talk with a few of the people that are involved in the assets and NFT side of the RTM project, in order to get
working on that as
relevant.
well.
Yep. What's Charlie been up to, Piggy?
Well, Charlie's looking at adding a new game server for the community to have some fun on. Desert Combat. I must admit, I don't really know what that is. I
remember Desert Strike with the helicopter on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, the helicopter game, right?
Yeah. I don't know whether it's anything like that.
It
I don't know either.
BF 1942. It's old, but still a lot of fun. There'll be tournaments, and we might sponsor some of these tournaments. Apache Wars, knife fights. Yeah.
Is there anything?
All kinds of good fun.
Anything they can win for doing it?
Bragging rights, special roles on Discord. I think somebody put a request in for a ginormous dong tag.
What? A dong tag?
Ginormous dong tag.
Yeah, that's
to have that.
Are you saying dong or dog?
Dong.
All right. It's right. Sorry, you've lost your English twang, mate. Or I'm going deaf. It's one of the two. Yeah, cool. So things are kicking off in DeFi land. We've got the RTM birthday launch. That right? Pre-alpha. RTM's first finance today.
First dot finance. Yeah, later today in my time zone. Yeah.
Awesome. Right, we've got 2 minutes before we have to go to the interlude, so we'll take some questions from the community very quickly. If you've got any questions for us, send them to the YouTube chat. Send them to the stream party chat at our Discord if you're there. Ask us anything quickly. Go. Stephen Merritt is saying, so no more Thunes?
There'll be plenty of Thunes, but...
it's more Thunes.
Yeah.
Is it stream time already? It's nearly over, Royera.
No, it's almost CryptoSmith time.
Come on, has anyone got any questions? 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Or have we drowned people in information again? Where's Waldo? HNS says.
Waldo?
Yeah, apparently. Waldo.
I don't know who Waldo is, so...
Oh, you remember the book?
Yeah. I do now. Yeah.
I asked earlier how much RTM per asset. How much RTM per asset, Piggy?
Adjustable.
Adjustable. Fully adjustable.
Yep. Fully adjustable for the simple reason that we are never going to be in the situation of the ridiculous gas fees on Ethereum. Just no. That just ain't gonna happen.
And I hope that answers your question. We are at the end of the RTM update stream. Thanks for tuning in, and we're just going to go to a 5-minute interlude now before the Smith. Thanks, Sherm. Thanks, Piggy. Stand up. Show us your top, Piggy. Show us the merch.
One more time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Catch you later, guys.
Nice. All right.
Have fun.
almost there now, guys.
Next door, not farmhand, the farm manager from the estate next door, he drove his larder across the ice to Tista, which is like 10 kilometers out in a straight line. Yeah, that was fucking nuts, that was. He was a second ago, but then he went kapoof.
Yeah, kind of an important part.
Or, well, we could go on a bit more and talk about virals, NFTs. Yeah,
Go around. Yeah.
yeah, he should definitely be on telling everybody about his new project. I've retweeted it and all kinds of important people. Snoop Dogg, Afro Man, what's his name? That kid. What the heck is his name? That kid from not the Cosby Show, the one, the Purple Urkel one.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Not today.
You need to get some merch made for that project of yours, man.
I still haven't received it. I actually need to get in touch with Smith. Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah, I need to check on that.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
customs. Which one's that? The NFT project?
Yep.
Okay. So it's called the Greyhound Cannabis Club. It's inspired by a few different projects that have done similar things in the past, but I think that I can do it better. But anyways, what it is it is intended to be a gateway into RTM for people from other NFT chains that are popular. So right now I have ambassador roles set up and they're available on OpenSea and Launch My NFT, both on the Solana and Ethereum chains. And I have been bringing in people that I have met through other NFT chains. And basically, I'm just trying to get them onboarded onto RTM.
Awesome, man. Yeah. It's always really good to know that there are alternatives out there. A lot of people are
Absolutely.
also looking for alternatives.
And I'm very happy to say that tonight we had a very successful first airdrop for our holders of those ambassador roles. There was 10 people that got 12K RTM. And, there was a few people that are already in the RTM community, I'll be honest. But I would say about half of those were people that have came from Solana and Ethereum. So that was pretty cool. So let me click on it here. So basically, I've got the treasury where I am fully transparent with all funds that have been raised for the project. Some of that was my initial investment, and the rest of that is money that we've raised through selling those OG NFTs. And my intentions is to give back the majority of the value that people pay for those NFTs initially back in the form of RTM.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're going pretty good. We had a very successful call last night, I must say. And I think things are moving in the right direction. And I think we're going to have a very nice product to launch alongside assets, hopefully.
Would that have anything to do with something called Serve Beer?
Maybe.
And that's all the leaking I'm going to do. Yeah.
Yep.
Watch those analytics.
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, this is looking to be an absolute fire-packed anniversary for the Genesis block.
Yeah,
You're
very
kicking
exciting
off
year.
the Defy project kicking off. A couple of very old friends of the project who last talked to us in either 2018 or 2019 have been talking to us and are going to give us a bit of coverage. And
It's going to be a very exciting year.
It's going
Say
to
the
be
least.
very exciting. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, very mildly. Yeah, very
Gonna
mildly.
be the year of the Raptor 2023.
There
Right.
we go.
It's
So
the year of the rabbit, but
Raptors eat rabbits. Right?
exactly, exactly, man. Yeah,
We have Smith on now.
Yep, we do.
yeah.
How's it going, Smith?
I'm going to hop off, and you guys enjoy the stream. I've got to
catch
get
you later, Big
breakfast
Piggy.
ready. Yeah, have fun.
Take her easy.
See you,
man.
Piggy. Man, he's fast.
All right, what's up, Smith? You hear us? Yeah, stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully you can hear us.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
didn't see you there. You know, but now that you're here, it's a great opportunity to make a bit of a PSA about nudes. I think it's very important. We all know fish. Oh,
Rotating. There we go.
the fish
too.
just, they don't deserve that. Okay, we have enough parasite problems in the ocean as it is, so just keep the bikini on. Piggy, I'm talking to you. I know, that's why I'm picking on him. We're going for the W today. We're
Going for the
not
win?
going to have it any other way.
Down to the final strand, right?
The
This is
final
it.
strand, man. I've had it. Had it. Actually, I think this is the final strand. They found it in 1837.
That's it right there, huh?
This is the final strand. Which brings me to a couple things. One, I'm looking forward to our Ask a Brit part of things. And number two, that's good. Don't stress it out. Number two, we're adding another segment. You ready for it?
Yep.
It's called "If It Isn't a Word, It Should Be," and it's where we put it out there for everybody to come up with a word that sounds it has to sound intelligent. It's a non-existent word, but it's just so stinking good. It should be a word.
Yep.
And whoever wins in the comments, I don't know, what should we give them?
What did it?
Looking for suggestions, guys.
Any suggestions in chat? What does chat want?
Okay, so when we say if it isn't a word, it should be, they can come up with it, or throughout the entire thing. But at the end of it, we pick our favorite word, and then we'll give them something. So betwixt us, whoever's in the chat today, or in the video chat deal, we will decide what the reward is and what our favorite word is.
That sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. So what are you doing right now?
Right now I'm just building a canister for our
It's like I can see what you've done there. That is cool. It's like you're building an aeroplane wing or something.
That's
Very
looking
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
So the last strand, as many know, and if you don't know, well, I mean, whatever. The last strand, 1837, was actually something that was coveted of the Pilgrims and originally created from the Aztec Mayans. And when they created the rope that was meant to toll the bell to call the Mayan, however you want to pronounce it, gods at the time. One time when they were pulling, the rope broke, and a strand came out. That was the last strand. It was also just before Christopher Columbus showed up and took over. Okay, of course that's nonsense, but the last strand, just saying that, kind of reminds me of the kilogram. Did we ever talk about the kilogram?
I think so.
No.
The kilogram is quite a thing, because as many people know, or many people don't, we went by many different standards of weight, kind of whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure over there in the Queensland there, Kingsland now, you guys still measure things in stone.
We use
Is that true?
We use both, so we'll do it in kilograms, grams, yeah, and also pounds and ounces and things like that. Depending on what you're buying is depending on what they like. If you're buying fruit, you'll do it in like pounds and ounces. You know what I mean. Whereas if you're buying a bag of sugar, then it's like 1 kilo. or like 1 liter for a drink. Rather, you wouldn't buy like ounces of drink or whatever. You know what I mean?
So what really got people to stop being so willy-nilly about measurements was mostly had to do with the Industrial Revolution. Fun fact, also the reason Phillips head screwdrivers were created, because Phillips head were created to cam out of the screw. It was essentially a very rudimentary torque limiter. So once it got to a certain torque, the head would just, or the bit would just pop out of the head, and so that was created for some of the first car assembly lines. But under the same principle, the kilogram was created to replace, I think it was like 20 different weights, including stones and grams and sands and all that other kind of stuff.
If you in England, if you weigh yourself, you do it in stones. You don't do it in kilo. Although I think that's more of a European thing.
So at some point, they came up with the kilogram,
Yeah.
and it was actually based off of a stone, because the stone itself actually has a like a real life stone to show people kind of how much something weighs. So they basically all came together, a big what's it called, the cartel. The cartel came together, and they all agreed to do something by one weight, and that happened to be the kilogram. And so they made, I think, six kilograms. I could be wrong. They made a bunch of kilograms, 6 or 10 or something like that. And they have one over there in the motherland, and then they spread out the other 5. I think it was 6. They spread out the other 5 to all the other members of the syndicate. Did I say cartel? I meant syndicate. So it's a syndicate. And now all of a sudden, all of them have one measurement. But the funny thing about one measurement is it didn't just go into the measurement of something, of weight, of mass, but it went into, like, this is also where we get into metric and imperial and Whitworth and all these other kinds of these bolts. It's all because of the Industrial Revolution. But essentially all that was needed was for them to all speak the same language, a common language that was easy to understand. But the fun thing is that there's an actual physical kilogram over in England, and it's underground. It's in a vault. It's highly protected. But I think it's made out of iron or maybe steel, a high alloy steel. I think it is a high alloy steel, like a tool steel. But it's actually degrading. The kilogram is changing as we know it. So the United States, in their journey to become independent of the Queen, of the monarchy, said, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to go by your kilogram. We're going to go by a pound. Thing is the pound is defined as exactly 2.2395762 kilograms. Or I got that wrong. Anyway, that's how many pounds is in a kilogram, but it's defined as the kilogram. So even though it is in another language, and the desire was to become independent of it, it still references it, and it has to. Because we all got to talk the same language. We don't talk the same language. What good are we?
Yeah.
Easy language, right?
So that means the pound's always changing too, huh?
Correct. So what they've actually done is they've taken a special isotope of silicon and they've recreated the kilogram, and they've made it to the current kilogram, which is actually like in the last 150 years, it has decreased by like 0.00000001 of a microgram. But that's huge, because if the kilogram, this is what we don't know. If the kilogram were to change, it would mess so much stuff up. It's not even crazy. It's crazy how much stuff it would change.
I mean, you'd get slightly less beer.
Slightly less everything.
Yeah.
But the importance of speaking essentially a language, I don't want to break this, that everybody can understand, has like you don't even realize how much. I mean, there's a lot of people obviously do, but I mean, general public, and even myself, don't even realize just how important it is. So anyways, they created a silicon sphere that is the roundest object on Earth. And if it were blown up to the size of the Earth, its hills and valleys would have a difference of 10 meters. Kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. I never heard that before.
So the kilogram ended up affecting not only the industrialists who were making cars every day, but also people who were buying a pound of sugar or a little extra beer. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, beer.
Yeah.
But
So it affects us on a macro scale, because now our cars can be done faster and cheaper, and all the industrial stuff, and that bleeds into price. Like, for example, cotton used to be 3 times more than gold once upon a time, and that's just simply because of the production costs. Nobody ever spoke the same language, so it's very hard to move stuff around. Yeah, so it affects us in a macro scale like that for sure, but even in the individual scale, to the degree where we don't see the macro, but we feel the micro, and even though they're two separate entities really affecting us from underneath and above and around, we don't really fully comprehend. Well, I say we, there's a lot of people out there smarter than me. It takes a second for me to really stop and think and comprehend just the gravity of it, and it kind of blows me away. But this is one thing that really made me realize about like the Raptoreum project and their want and desire to build something in a language that a lot of people understand, standard, if you will, right? Whereas up to this point, everybody's just talking their own weight. There's no kilogram. Kilogram doesn't exist.
right.
When the kilogram did exist, now everybody's talking about the kilogram. But I'm not a dummy. But when it comes to like stratum, / semicolon, what? So I like the fact that things are in speakable language. You know what I mean? And even though it might take me a second, even still, it is much more understandable than, like, how much is even a stone? Barnard, do you have? Okay, ask Brett. How much pounds is in a stone? Without, just off the top of your head.
How many pounds is in a stone?
How many pounds in a stone? Or how much of a stone is in a pound? I have no reference.
Okay, Google, how many pounds in a stone?
Straight up cheating.
One stone is equivalent to 14 pounds.
There you go. That it came from my mic.
14 pounds.
There's the answer.
Point being is there's a reference point, there's a datum point that we can all go back to, right? So even for a guy like me, like who was it? I was asking somebody on the Discord the other day. I was like trying to get some help, and I straight up, I'm like, dude, I'm 5 years old, man. Lead me through this like I'm, like I'm missing a frontal lobe or something, And they're like, okay, we'll dumb it down for you. Just put in stratum. I don't even know. I can't even recite it because I have no clue, right? And so, oh, what the heck was my point now? I had a point.
Yeah, you'll find the point again in a bit. Be all right.
I'll do some welding.
Okay.
What kind of
I'll see the light. Mm-hmm. Let me. Yeah. Sure. Dry balls. Oh no. How we doing? Oh man, we're almost full, hey?
Good.
Getting better.
almost ready?
Yeah, keep filling the spaces. Be gentle. Like there. We're not getting rough. We're kind of just massaging it.
Yeah.
Oh no. I think I made these too small.
So how did you make your stencils, Smith?
These guys?
Yeah.
I 3D printed them,
How did you?
which I should have done it from the beginning. I should have done it from the beginning. But I didn't, and I suffered for it. Those things that at finding the balance of, you remember we talked about, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to weld this plate right off. What's your eyes? Back to that, it's what we were talking about. You try and save time. Try and save time by kind of where do you apply that and where do you, it's hard to know. Anyways, we should get her this time. I'm determined. I'm determined. I have this. Connection. Oh, so the ease of work and standardizing wasn't lost. That's what I was doing. So even after I asked for help, even the dumbed down help was too smart for me, or too much into a niche. I know, like, oh yeah, I felt like saying, and no, I was very appreciative for the help, but I felt like saying, hey, listen, okay, I'll teach you how to make how to properly upset and make a scarf weld on a two pieces of steel, and which flux to use, and then that's kind of the equivalent of how I need you to teach me how to set up my wallet. But the fact that there was and is some sort of standardization within, like the kilogram. Raptoreum's bringing in the kilogram. Long-winded way of saying, watch out, Heath.
That's right.
Not just ETH, though. It's anything on EVM.
Yeah. You okay? Just shot my boy the welding parts.
Open up those hands.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm building a canister. Once these are fully packed, we're going to get them into the canister, and we're going to pack around them different pins. So essentially, we're going to just come in here. We're going to weld them to the underside here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that we can pull the forms off and they'll stay in that form. I'm contemplating right now whether or not I should just weld these with the forms in there and then break the forms out, because I only printed them with 1 mil walls in plans of potentially doing that. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. So I'm still contemplating that now. Oh yeah. I don't know. But it's looking pretty good. Come around and get a shot of this. It's neat. This is exactly the look I was going for. I couldn't be happier.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice.
So right now we're just going to work at filling in as much detail as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever we do in detail now, whatever we take our time to do, even in minute detail now, even after scale down, is going to lend itself a great deal to the overall quality of the product. Take our time. These are better than
right.
That just keeps popping up. You almost think I do it on purpose, but I don't. It's just a principle, right?
Yep.
So, like BP said, there'll be many more Thunes.
Yeah. Development's not going to stop.
So right now, yeah, I'm just going to work on getting this canister made, and then we'll put our pieces in there, and we will get a yeah. that's the thing I love about, and some might, some might criticize me for it, and I don't really care.
Do you know what I was thinking, Smith?
What?
If you got a phone that was actually just on your chest, right, and you called in twice, and one of them was at the bottom of the chat, and I could click on it when we wanted to zoom into something while you were doing like
with dual video.
Yeah. Just a cheap phone just put it in your pocket and just log into the Discord.
I was thinking about doing a GoPro.
Oh yeah, GoPro, yeah. Or you could have one of those ones on your head.
Yeah, a little head strap.
Head strap on the top of your headphones.
I think it would look funnier if I did the chest one, where it has like the 4 braces or 4 straps that wrap around your chest, and then you have like the Iron Man GoPro thing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
It would look perfect. Good shot too of just like the thing in my chest as I'm
There's sparking and the grinder going.
Yeah,
Sparks
yeah,
everywhere.
It's
Fireworks.
so you look like real classic metalsmith, but then you've got all gadgets all on you, like the latest tech all over your body, you're like Terminator of the metal world.
You ever catch yourself? And I catch myself having like those tree fort moments. You ever like get caught up in a tree fort with your buddies and you're like dreaming of all these big dreams and you're like, yeah, and I'll be the CEO and we'll have like super awesome cars and I'll get a dirt bike and right. You ever catch yourself doing that? 'Cause I do all the time.
Well, it's always good to have the dreams.
No, that's.
But it never ends up that way, does it?
Yeah.
And what you want back then are different things than what you want when you grow up. You know what I mean? You grow up. And
you want bigger toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't just need a dirt bike and
no.
And a PlayStation.
Hey guys, go ahead.
Saluza thyself is saying, how long would it take the sparks to damage the lens? I mean, that is.
Well, you'd have to have one of those cases.
Yeah,
those plastic cases.
Yeah, you could probably get like another lens if you just used a phone as well.
But I don't know. Is some of that bright light though damage the cell?
Well, it can damage
photo cell.
It could damage the sensor.
But
I think you can put a filter on there.
Oh yeah, you can use filter.
Like the lens itself will be a clear lens, but it'll still have like a UV filter built into it.
Right.
Watch your face.
I just want everyone to know that Smith has got a UV filter built into his face.
Always protected. Safety first, always.
Alrighty. So, how you doing? Alrighty. I'll have to weld this canister shut. Just kind of taking a pause on that because I want to figure out how I'm going to do it. There's nothing that gets your mind right more than spilling a bunch of wire on the ground.
Cole Carey is saying, dreams build teams and teams build dreams.
Oh yeah, did we get any feedback on that? It's not a word, but it should be. I got one.
Go on then.
Principalic.
Principalic.
Yes, and it's the definition is it is within the stream or ethos of a principle. So how I would use it in a sentence is the actions that Bobby took were principalic.
But then you could say the same, you could mix that palic with other things as well, you know what I mean?
Hey, sure. Whatever floats the boat, right?
Because palic is the part of it that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, are you thought palic or thoughtful?
Say again.
Are you thought palic or thoughtful?
Breaking up.
I don't think a Canadian can listen to that sort of language.
What?
Yeah. That. I don't know. I'm just talking rubbish.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is definitely a But Principalic would be the principle of it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. See, it kind of, it almost makes sense a little bit. But I checked. It's not a word. I said it to my buddy one day. I'm like, that's very Principalic. And he's like, yeah, it's not a word, man.
You hate
Okay.
that?
HNS Bio Safe is saying abstatively.
Abstatively, okay.
Or is it absentively?
Definition, use in a sentence.
Abstatively or absent. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Shem.
I'll go with absentively.
Abstatively.
Yeah. HNS says I have it right.
My life.
Oh, all right. He's saying Sherm's right. But yeah, I'm from England.
I was gonna say, I feel like Binary should be like the judge because he keeps telling us how he was responsible for creating the English language.
Absolutely. I wrote every word in the dictionary. So if anyone wants to know what any word means, let me know because I wrote it.
Every time he's like, well, you guys are just kind of regurgitating what, like I made up. So I think that qualifies you though as the judge for if it isn't a word, it should be.
Yeah. I mean, I did like yours. But it basically means principle, doesn't it? Like Sir Lose Thyself is saying. There is a single word for it.
Well, no. So what was the definition? The definition was within the stream or the ethos of a certain principle, or that it was of principle. So instead of saying, well, that's how would you say that? That's of principle? That is within a principle, like you would just do long form?
Well, you just sound logical.
See, this way you can just really streamlines it. You just say, oh yeah, that was Principalic. I'm not going to let you get me down, Binary. I like the word.
Has anyone got any other words? Sherm, have you got one?
No, I don't got one.
Viral?
Thinking though. Lose viral with my lost viral.
See, like you can't just say viralic, even though maybe that should be a word too.
Viralic sounds like a language.
Viralic. It's like of viral nature.
A viralism.
That's the language Viral speaks.
Right. Talks in viralisms.
Viralisms in viralic.
But if it's the language he speaks, wouldn't it be viralese? Viralese?
Well, Gaelic is Gaelic, so you could be viralic. That's the way. That's the way
English is English. Yeah.
Viralic.
Yeah,
There he
viralic.
is.
Yeah, my dog is barking.
Yeah.
Had to mute myself.
Yeah, the dog speaking Doglese.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thought so.
A greyhound he is.
Is that what you've got? You got a greyhound?
He's got greyhounds.
Yeah, I actually have two.
Right. Is that where the idea of the branding of the NFT Discord you've got?
Yes, actually.
Cool.
I love my dogs. They're great.
We had animals our entire life growing up. Always either in multiples or but never without an animal.
Yeah, it's hard to not have one.
Yeah.
Our my favorite dog by far was dog a cocker spaniel that we had, and we got her. She was already named. They named her Cookie, and she was the sweetest dog you ever wanted to meet. But what always stood out to me, me and my brothers, we swam down at the river basically every day. We were fishes, and it wasn't a day that went by if we had free time that we weren't swimming. And throughout our lifetime of having different animals, we always, we knew what to expect with the different animals as far as swimming was concerned. And it typically, the story usually went that the dog would jump in the water and swim towards you, be all excited, and you just scratch the ever-loving crap out of
Hell
you.
out of you. Yep.
So we came to expect this. Whatever. We just didn't swim with the dogs, or we kept our distance. So anyways, Cookie, who was new to us, and I think she was already about a year old at this point, jumped in, and we expected the same old, same old. That dog never scratched us once. Never, not once.
Huh.
And then furthermore, my brother, Jordan, jumped in, and he dove down, and Cookie was on the bank going back and forth, watching nervously the water. Well, the timer ran out, and Cookie wasn't having it. So she jumped in, she dove in, and grabbed my brother by the arm and pulled him up as much as a little cocker spaniel could.
Rescue him. Yeah.
Didn't leave a mark on him. Nothing. That always stood out to me. I love that dog. We've had Rottweilers and all those dogs that Labradors, and we have retrievers. We've had some nice dogs, and loyal and all good in their own right. But Cookie will always have a place very, very near and dear to my heart.
Special dog. Yeah.
She was the best dog. Wow, I think we're kind of
Getting there, filling up.
yeah. Just filling in all the little detail wires. Mhm.
So what's the next process after this once you've packed it up?
So we're going to put it in here. We're going to weld the ends. And then we're going to drill some holes through here so that we can plug weld. And the plug welding will hold them in place. And then that should allow me to pull the forms off. And once I can pull the forms off, then I can fill up all the surrounding area with stainless steel pins, and that'll give us our contrast. Because all of these should be high carbon steel pins, which will etch flash.
Yeah.
So that's the idea there.
What's the triangle for in the stencil?
Just to save resin.
All right.
There's a very high likelihood still that I might weld both ends and then just decimate the form and pull it out, and even probably end up with some left in there, some remnants left in there that I might have to burn out. And the less I have to burn out, the better. Just trying to pack as much as I absolutely can without destroying the form in any way. No, you can shut up.
If anyone's got any questions for the Smith, let us know in any of the chats. Ask the Smith anything, he'll answer anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Anything.
Even the most grimy of questions.
I'll do anything for Raptoreum, but I won't do that.
What's your favourite cheese?
Depends. Depends on what. Just general cheese, just like general.
Well, this is what
Maybe Pearson, you like just straight cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Cole's
this something
asking.
that I'm gonna? Is this something that I'm gonna eat by itself?
Yep.
Or
But what you of all the eating types and all the eating cheeses, which one do you prefer as a favourite?
it's tough. It's tough because I mean every situation for me is different for sure. I love a good smoked Gouda, just to eat by
Ooh.
itself. And if you're going to give me like a cracker or something, I'm going with a brie or even nice strong cheese. It's got to be a good strong cheese. If I'm doing it on like a cracker
Really?
or something, a saltine, yeah.
Do you know, I was reading the other day that apparently as people get older, they have stronger, pungier cheeses because their taste buds don't work as well. So they need
Yeah,
they need pungier tastes to keep them satisfied.
that makes sense. I mean, I'm an old goat, not as
Well,
old as
I can't deal with that,
Finer
mate.
Eye, of
I mean,
course.
I can't deal with that pongy, blue, mouldy cheese. No chance.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Some stronger cheeses I have to eat with something to really mellow it out. Such as blue cheese is one of those. I have to eat that with something to mellow out the flavor. Yeah, I didn't know you guys. What a weird question, but I'm actually big into cheese. I haven't made my own, but I have been for a while wanting to, when I have time to actually have a hobby, I want to make my own cheese.
That's really cool.
French rioter is asking, what important news did I miss? Smith was just announcing that one day he wants to make his own cheese. Salute thyself is saying string cheese is not cheese. Changed my mind.
It's not cheese, but
You know-
still good.
Cheese product.
I've never looked into, but I've always been perplexed on how they make string cheese.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's more related to plastic than it is to cheese.
Definitely.
But I could be wrong.
Or some more cheese curds, maybe? I don't know.
Apparently extra
Some mix.
sharp cheddar is where it's at.
No, medium better. Medium
Ooh,
cheddar.
medium.
Yeah.
Sharp's where it's at, man.
Like you're eating a little. If you're eating like a block of cheese, you got to go medium.
Cole Carey is saying, I'm a big fan of Gruyere. I can't say I've
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Okay, Google, what is Gruyere?
On the website cancer.gov, they say.
Okay, Google.
The area where the...
No, that's not it.
Oh, okay.
Abort! Abort! Okay, I'm gonna weld this up. And hopefully I don't utterly destroy. Well, honestly, who cares at this point? If I destroy my form, that's okay. Oh, look at that. I still got loose wires. Never mind. False. False. Getting the W today, guys. I'm not feeling
We're gonna do it.
feeling the confidence here. I'm not just like on a long trip. I need you to help keep me awake here. Keep me motivated.
We're trying. We're talking about cheese.
We're getting the W.
Well, you use a wire to cut cheese. Come down to that
Oh, that's
wire.
right. Cheese wire. Uh-huh.
Yep, cheese wire. Lombard has just sent maggot cheese in.
Oh, yeah. No,
Kasu
I'm good on
Matsu.
that stuff. I'm good on that stuff. That one.
It's a delicacy, mate. You ought to try some.
Yeah, just like that cat who eats coffee beans and poops them out. I ain't trying that stuff either.
No. You're halfway there, though, mate, if you eat that pongy blue cheese.
Oh, every time I move, this thing's kind of loosen up.
Get more in there.
Yeah. I wonder if I should just, at some point, good enough. But I won't do that. No, I won't do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might call it.
That was pretty solid.
Okay. This was only supposed to be temporary. Inside. Oh. All right. We're getting the W today, guys.
Yeah, I feel it. It's looking good.
Even if it kills me.
All right, guys, I think we're over cheese now. Have you got any more questions for the Smith? Or any one of us? You could ask Viral something. Or Sherm. Or even Charlie. I think Charlie's hovering there somewhere in the background.
Ask us anything. Surely somebody has a question for Sherm.
So, a little bit of drama here. I managed to break the form.
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking that I am going to have to just kind of weld this in place and then smash it out.
Use the form. Make a new one next time.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to keep it, but I was hoping that I could utilize it in the process further than this point.
Gotcha.
I want to take my dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
All right.
no stress, man. Cole Carey's asking Sherm what's in the bag.
What's in the bag? You'll have to wait till Monday. Find out.
Yeah. Izorin is saying he likes what he's doing for sure, but does he have any interest in 3D printing? Well, he does, yeah.
Good. Eyeballs.
And you printed those stencils, didn't you, Smith?
With the forms he's got right now, yeah, he 3D printed those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching him design it. He was streaming it for us in voice chat. Got a little surprise CryptoSmith stream midweek.
Jeff, I don't think the canister is Damascus. It's just literally to hold everything in place.
So he's going to fill some other metal in around the logo pieces.
Yeah.
I think this should be like one solid square in the end, and cut them up.
I'm back.
All right.
Alvidas is asking, why did you name Ghost Rider from Movies the Algo? I don't actually know the story around the naming of it, but it was basically created by the RTM lead developer Tree Nugent, and it is an anti-ASIC, anti-FPGA, multi-algorithm switching algorithm. It's got a combination of X16R and kryptonite mining algorithms, and that cycling effect is what thwarts off these big ASICs and things like that. And the ordering of the way the algorithm works can be changed at any point. If
So yes, an ASIC ever creates one for the order, they can always just swap the order of the algos and knock all those ASICs offline.
Yep.
Yeah. I think what it is, it's it provides a randomness to like already the existing chain hashing methodology, but it lacks the memory requirement which ASICs require. And with the kryptonite as
Open
well,
the window or the door, Michael.
kryptonite has features that require the CPU and the GPU memory, and that makes it harder for the ASICs to gain advantage.
Being that it's being run in the L3 cache.
Yeah. But it lacks.
Big one.
It doesn't have the randomness that X16R has. So mixing them together has created what Ghost Rider is. And as far as I know, although not all of them are currently being used, it's got 15 core base algos with 3 variants of kryptonite hashing. And then they're divided into a different way as well. I can't remember how.
Use your muscles. Get it up. Faster.
That's a good question.
But Tree could answer that for you because he invented it, you know.
Yeah, just ping him in the Discord and ask him. He'll be happy to answer all your questions regarding it.
But you know, it's a good algorithm. It's
well, they're actually using it for testing. And I've seen in some articles recently they're using the algo to test different CPUs.
To test CPUs and other things as well. And it's a trending algo on Minerstat. It's trending on Hive. So it's pretty nice work that Trive has done.
It really is. That was one of the things that actually attracted me to RTM in the early days was the algorithm. Very unique.
Yeah, and the ASIC and FPGA resistance.
Yep.
Maybe it's called Ghost Rider because of the way it works. The way it cycles the algos.
Yeah, you don't know what algo's is going to be next.
It's a ghost. It's multi-dimensional. Yeah, we'll have to ask him next time we get him on stream.
Yeah.
Has Smith got the headphones on, or are they off? Oh, they're around his neck.
Oh, his neck, yeah.
Oh, we're on fire.
Oh. And there goes the resin. There goes the mold.
Yeah, I bet that does stink.
That burnt plastic smell.
Yeah.
It looks like it welded up pretty good, though. All the wires are stuck together. I'm going to wash it off in the snow. Oh, yeah, get rid of all that plastic.
Yeah, Alvidas is saying that is why he was attracted to it when Rabbit said it was ASIC resistant because it has several algos. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like what, maybe 20 or so algos currently, right? But there are more.
Yeah, exactly. And even if there was one that managed to do it, we could just change the rotation and that renders the ASIC.
Which is a big deterrent too.
Pointless,
so no one's going to spend all that money to invest into an ASIC and develop it, and then all of a sudden it can just be turned off the next day, and they have to go back and do it all over again.
Yeah, Jeff, it's not a knife. It's a
an RTM logo, like pendant type of a thing, right?
Handy log. The log.
I think eventually he's going to slice them up like bread.
Yeah, you can be like Mr. T of the RTM world.
So the forum didn't like the heat.
I really saw that.
Which was
a little fire.
Expected to a degree, but not that much. Like what you guys didn't see is as I would weld it, like as soon as heat even
touched it a little bit,
whispered to it, it just disintegrated.
Huh.
So I had to, as quick as I could, go ahead and just weld some connections between these guys. So this is this mess right here. I just kind of welded some wires, bridging the pieces, so they didn't want to fall apart and see.
Yeah.
How much, please? Okay, we're going for the W.
Are you back, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm glad you're back, Charlie. Do you know Daniel?
Not sure.
Oh, well, he was in the chat earlier. He was just on there to let you know that those nipple tassels that you borrowed him the other day, he's just dropped them back at your house.
Oh, good. Hope you didn't leave them outside though, because they're gonna be way too cold when I put them on.
You'd be nipping real bad.
Has anyone got any questions for Charlie? I bet you can ask about nipple tassels if you like.
Yeah, why not?
So here we're just gonna drill some holes so that we can do a plug weld.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, maybe Charlie knows. I think HNS Biosafe's asking the origin again.
Oh yeah, Charlie. What's the origin of Ghost Rider? The name.
The name, yeah.
I actually forget. It was Tree, myself, Big Piggy. We're discussing algorithm, and it popped out of my head for some reason. I don't remember exactly why I came up with that name specifically, but yeah, it come from the dark cave in the middle of my brain somewhere.
There you go. Official answer.
Yeah. Charlie, Jeff's asking, what cheese do you prefer on your nipple tassels?
Oh my goodness.
Matza, I like that shit stretchy.
String cheese.
Yeah, going back to the string cheese. It's the stringy cheese.
Yeah, thanks for all the important questions coming in today, guys. We do appreciate the intellect in the chat.
Happy to answer all types of questions, whatever's on your mind.
So, you can plan and plan. What did Mike Tyson say? Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yep.
The thing is punching me in the face, left, right, and center. I'm getting it, but I can't. You guys are gonna have to turn up the radio a little bit. Falling asleep.
Slowing down, we got to pump them up.
You could do it, yes you can. Just kidding.
We go chop up all those steel wires, make some more, fill it in.
Yeah, so these are the stainless steel. So this is what's gonna give us the contrast. Now, I do have an issue because as I'm looking at this, that is a lot of space to fill. And I have once again just completely underestimated. I might just put a chunk of steel in, but I don't even have a piece of stainless that big. Like I shouldn't say that. I do. I have a piece of stainless right here. Same grade too. And I might just do that. Yeah, that'll chew up a lot of room. Four inch. 4.5. Right, 1.25. That should be good to make it all the way to the bottom of the feather, 2 inches.
We're back in a sec.
I'm
I've just
back.
got to deal with something.
Okay.
Oh, I hate cutting stainless. Right.
Why is cutting stainless bad?
Oh, it doesn't like it. It would rather gum than cut. Saying that, I do have special stainless blades, or special blades made for stainless, rather, probably the same. But it's still.
Yeah.
I would almost explain like a carbon steel, like like crispy. It wants to break away rather than tear away.
Right.
And stainless, I would say the opposite thereof.
Gotcha.
So you guys are gonna suffer with me.
Let's see.
HNS Biosafe. I'm kind of delving deep into my that cave where I got Ghost Rider. I was trying to remember why or how I came up with that name, and I think it was a combination of different things. Ghost Rider was just kind of a gnarly name, something you didn't want to mess with. 2, he kind of always has chains, which represented for me blockchain. And 3, I mean the flames, kind of I guess symbolize burning down the ASICs and the FPGA. If I remember right, it was somewhere along those lines where I kind of come up with a concoction of things that represented Ghost Rider, how I came up with that name. Yeah, that was kind of the base of it. It come from that that character.
He's getting there. Oh, there you go.
Right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. My neighbour was
No worries.
My neighbour was knocking the door. He's worried that there was someone trying to steal a car or something. So
Crazy English over there.
All right, so where are we? What we doing? What have I missed?
All right. Well, he decided to go with a big chunk of stainless steel to help fill up the canister
Okay.
instead of all the wires. I think he's gonna be a little short on just stainless wires.
All right. Yeah. Jeff's saying, I feel like we are in union. We are all just watching one guy work. Yeah. We're all zoned in. How you doing, Jack? Thanks for the work on Twitter. I think I'm going to send a bit of rain to the stream party chat. Is that thing hot? It looks like it was smoking.
Yeah, stainless steel does not like to dump its heat. It's a terrible thermal conductor, so it hangs on to its heat forever. That's another reason it's hard to cut. Another reason it's a pain to deal with. I hate stainless.
Yeah. Does that mean it holds onto its cold as well when it's cold?
It does, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that should eat up a ton of room. And actually, I have to cut another piece.
Fill it up. Yeah.
If I don't fill that up, it'll distort the logo.
Hmm.
The logo will move over to fill up that void.
Gotcha.
Right, yeah. That was an official drop, wasn't it, Smith?
Yep.
Broken toes. Oh, broke the cable though.
Oh no. Oh no.
Down to the last strand.
No, don't touch it.
The last wire.
Yeah.
Perfect theme for today.
I don't know why I didn't just get that. It took me a sec. I don't know why it took me as long as it did.
They're scrambling now.
I almost thought that was Maserati then, but it's Mastercraft, isn't it?
Yeah, Mastercraft.
See.
Jeff Starleper is asking, are you going to fill the mold with powdered steel and make a solid block?
Correct.
Correct. So when are we doing this Ask a Brit?
You got me in a moment of flustering. Now I can't remember anything.
Working on it all week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saving it. I'm saving it for Saturday.
Anybody else got something? Oh, what the heck?
I don't know. Does anyone want to ask me anything?
It has to be
About Brits.
like, not like, you don't just ask binary, like, how's your day today? It's got to be like, oh man, see, I can't even think of anything now. It's got to be something very British. Oh, you know that meme that's going around, or that like TikTok video where it's like some woman putting makeup on to make herself look British, and it's like super, or basically painting her face orange.
Well,
No?
it depends what type of British girl you're referring to. There are a few sort of extremities in the types of makeup art in this country.
What region you're from?
It depends what region you're from, who you hang around with, to how you dress and how you want your makeup.
So how do you describe the differences in the makeup wearing based on region?
Without getting my door smashed in.
Yeah, without getting into putting people off.
Yeah.
I know I'm setting you up for this one.
Without getting my house egged. Well, there are certain types of girl who live in certain areas who dress a certain way. Unlike giant lips with big plaster of Paris faces and Egyptian makeup or whatever they want to do. I don't know. Some of them will just literally have an orange face with giant lips and like a sort of a perm.
Like the 80s style. We're going back to like the 80s.
Well, giant, like, you know, they have the
big hair,
the collagen in the lips.
Oh, all that stuff. Yeah,
all that stuff. It's all that.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Jeff is asking, blood pudding, yes or no? Hell no.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't touch that. But
he doesn't know.
I know many people who have that. My friends, my family. If we go out somewhere and they've got black pudding or white pudding, blood pudding, whatever you want to call it, they'll have that for their breakfast and they'll enjoy it. But I won't touch that.
It'll start working. Just keep firing.
HNS Biosafe is saying that what's the favorite British movie? Favorite British movie? I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, you got Train Spotting. That was a good film. Lock, Stock, Back in the Day. You've got you've got, you know, Only Supposed to Blow the Bloody Doors Off. The Italian Job.
Oh, the Italian Job, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of films, isn't there? Benny Hill or Monty Python? I would rather go for Monty Python because it's overall it's more ridiculous. Benny Hill is literally a little more childish, whereas Monty Python is past idiotic, but you need to go past idiotic to have that sort of British sort of comedy
Right,
aspect
humor
to it. Yeah, you've got to go past the norms, and that's what Monty Python did.
I like it.
I have an older gentleman who quotes Monty Python all the time. He's got a Monty Python quote for
everything.
literally,
Everything, yeah.
literally every situation.
Salute Thyself is asking, do you divide the regions by tooth count? Yeah, I can't comment on that, bro. I definitely will get egged then. They'll smash my bloody doors down.
Guys, I think I'm going to get off of here for a few minutes.
All right, man.
All right. Catch you later, man.
Thank you.
Go on.
Take her easy.
Favorite British comedian? HNS is asking. I don't know. Probably Peter Kay. But that's very British.
What about what was the name of that? The old school one where they're in the clothing store. Are you being served? Is
Oh,
that
are
it?
you being served? Yeah. It also depends how crude you want to go. I mean, there's slapstick comedy, there's, you know, are you being served type of things, and then you've got like the more crude stuff as well. I mean, I can't really pinpoint a favourite.
I'm Canadian. I'm too polite to watch the crude stuff.
Or you? So is that, are you more polite than a British person?
I feel like that's a loaded question. I'm gonna just stay away from that. I don't know, man. But you know, people make fun about the Canadians, say we're overly polite. We say please for everything, that kind of deal. Kind of true.
Yeah, well, that's a British mentality, isn't it? Please and thank you. You share the same queen or king as we've got now. So you should show common royal courtesy.
Maybe we should share Trudeau with you, eh?
Do the Australians say please and thank you?
I have no idea.
What about the Americans, or are they just rude?
Depends on where you are. What part of the country. I mean, you have the South, you get more Southern hospitality in the South. You know, if you're in New York City or something, you know, you're not going to get necessarily a please or thank you.
Do you know what I've found? Like, when I've been to the US to like a conference or something like that, and like you talk to an American, like, and you can hear how they were talking before, and as soon as they talk to me, like, they change the way they're speaking. like they,
Well, we have to try to talk more British so you
that's
can
right. Yeah,
understand us.
yeah. It's like,
I'll,
or straight away change the way you're speaking when you talk to me.
I'll
It's just so
admittedly-
strange.
I'll admittedly do that with Southerners.
Oh, will you?
As soon as I start talking to them, it's just got a little bit of a drawl there, you know. I don't even mean to do it.
You want to make them feel
honestly
comfortable,
catch my-
right?
I catch myself doing it. I'm like, oh man, I hope they're not thinking like I'm mocking them or something, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you just getting in with it, you know. You get in with a vibe.
Yeah. Okay. We're going for the W today, boys.
What's the W?
The win.
Oh, the win.
The win. So, is there, to what extent is there a remnant, if any, of the old English within the British culture today? Like, do you ever hear any older gentlemen or anybody for that matter saying like a thee or a thy or a thou at any point? Or is that just like completely gone?
A what? An older gentleman saying,
You know, like the old English, right? Like the King James English.
marvelous. Yes.
Like thou shall not or thy.
Yeah.
If you go to church,
If you go to
That's
church.
about it, though.
Yeah.
But nothing within.
I mean, you don't get rappers walking around saying thou this and that and the other, you know. No one's walking around talking like that. Thou had a fine day, squire? Of course, my
but
fellow
I'm just-
gentleman. Like, no one does that.
But like, yeah, exactly. Like, is there something that is very, very American or Canadian even is a very broken down sort of version of English, if you will, kind of like Quebec French versus Paris French, right? Like it's a different language altogether, but you know, France French still has a flavor or a remnant rather of the older language. So can the same be said for the British?
I think language is constantly evolving, and that's why they're constantly updating the dictionary. So I think that was just a point in time. And yes, there are some people who are brought up in a certain atmosphere, in a certain environment, and probably went to, you know, private school and in England, and that's how they would probably talk because of the environment they've been brought up in. But generally, people don't talk like that. You only need to drive literally like 40, 50 miles and people talk totally different. In any direction, 40 miles drive, they all talk different. But maybe you probably can't notice it from another part of the world, but here you do notice it. But I suppose it's like the same in the US. Travel to another place and people start talking strange.
I mean, every state has their own little sound to it.
How is it? Yeah.
Yeah, their own choice of words, you know, adjectives and stuff. Like if you go up north, they'll say like it's wicked cool. You know, they just have different sayings, and you can just hear a little bit of differences in their accents based on what state they're from.
Yeah.
Going for the win.
So what would you say, Sherm, in the US right now, what state's accent is the most popular?
It's the most popular.
Yeah, like if you could choose a state accent to have, which state would that be?
Oh, I have to say the Jersey accent. That's the one that I have, right? I might be a little biased, of course, but
Yeah.
But not like a deep, thick one.
no, I mean, I was more out in the country, Jersey, opposed to what you see on TV, Jersey.
So give me an example of a thick Jersey accent.
I'm going to give you an example, like a really thick one, but they're just words. Like we draw out certain things, like saw, like different vowels. It's just how we say different vowels and different things. I mean, if you get closer to New York, you get more of a New Yorker type accent. So it's hard to describe accents.
Jar. Sar.
See, this is what I was looking for. What Smith is
You know,
doing right now.
Some people will say pizza, some people will say pie, depending on where you are.
Oh, really? But
Yeah.
you can also get pizza
Countries.
pie.
You can get that as well.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
isn't that amore? Sorry, too.
I mean, even
Like
like soda, you got soda and pop. Some people say pop for soda. Some people say soda. It just depends on where you are. And
Some people say soda pop.
some people say soda pop. There you go. It all depends.
What's soda pop? What's that for?
Like Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Coca-Cola we call soda or pop or soda pop.
yeah. We call them, what would we call them? Fizzy drink.
You don't call it fizzy drink, do you?
If someone said to me, do you want a fizzy drink? I'll say what you got, and they'll say Coke or Sprite, or, they'll tell me the fizzy drinks.
I gotta say, it's very precise. I mean, it's very fizzy.
Yeah. One of those fizzy ones. Give me one of those fizzy drinks.
With fizzy drink, I mean, it could be a beer too, couldn't it?
Beer could be alcoholic.
Yeah.
It could be a vodka and tonic. Gin and tonic. A little seltzer.
Like a giant pizza pie, that's amore.
Or we would either say fizzy drink or we would say pop. Like, do you want a drink? Do you want a drink of pop, or do you want a can of pop?
We say the same here. Pop.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, it was soda in Jersey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Or just a brand, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Coke, whatever it is,
Yeah.
You don't want to say soda either.
Jeff is saying sweets equals dessert in Oz. Well, yeah, I mean, I think here dessert used to be sweet. They used to say, "Would you like a sweet?" And that would be like your dessert at the end of your dinner.
That could be like anything, like a piece of candy, or is it like cake, or just it doesn't matter.
But then there's the whole breakfast, dinner, and tea time thing as well that comes into play with that.
Educate us on tea time. We know nothing about tea time.
Yeah.
When is tea time?
Tea time is like 5 or 6 p.m. But you would call that dinner time, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, people start eating dinner, between 5 and 8.
Between 5 and 8, right? That's dinner.
Yeah.
Whereas lunch here is dinner time. So lunchtime for you, that's dinner time here. And then we have tea time at between 5 and 8. Is it the same in Canada, or is it different?
Or
So lunchtime, is that
Eh.
called dinner time?
in French, yeah, but in English, lunch. Lunch
Huh.
is lunch. In French, they call lunch is dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's confusing.
So
Yeah.
so the French are doing it correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
you,
It's because they live
You-
next door to us.
you better not let your baguette hear that.
Well, they say a little bit
I've,
different. I'd say.
I've called lunch dinner interchangeably.
Have you?
Yeah, and then at nighttime it's supper. But
Yeah.
that a lot of people also will call that dinner. But I've always used lunch and dinner interchangeably.
Yeah, it's true. I've heard people. We don't use it. Like when I was growing up and in our house and stuff, it was kind of lunch and dinner or lunch and supper. But lunch was kind of static. We didn't use anything else for it. But I have heard other people interchange them, like you say. That's true.
Now, do you have brunch?
I mean,
Brunch.
I don't have brunch, but we do have the word.
A term for brunch, yeah.
Well, is that like breakfast at lunchtime?
It's like in between breakfast and lunch.
What in between?
Yeah, so like I say, if you skip
Oh,
breakfast, maybe you could have brunch. You know, just go right to brunch.
I thought it was having it instead of a dinner or a lunch. Sorry.
No, no. No, it's in
That-
that time
that was
frame after
like-
breakfast, before lunch.
That was like probably the best reaction. Just
I do
absolutely.
throw them off
almost,
at that one.
Yeah.
Hey, French, they don't actually say dinner though. It's dîner and souper for supper.
So it's a little bit like super. C'est super,
like that.
super,
Souper.
super. C'est super, super. Is that right, Charlie? I know you're.
Souper. Souper. My I don't know. I don't have the French accent. Souper. That's how I say it. This is pretty similar to the way they say it. So
All right. How are you with the French language, Charlie?
I understand it fairly well, but my speaking sucks. I can get by. I get around. They understand what I say when I have to say it, but it's
So-
not pretty.
So are you basically saying you could join the French chat and see when Baguette's being salty about things?
You know what? I understand Quebec French.
Right.
I don't understand international French very well at all. It's different. It's totally different. Like France French and Quebec French don't really have. They have a hard time to understand each other.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I suppose that's like Newcastle and Birmingham. If those two people meet.
Or if you want to go here, like let's say I go to Newfoundland and try and understand what a Newfie is saying. It's almost impossible. They're very difficult to understand. It's English, but it's their own brand English. It's totally different. It's Newfie.
Ali Card is saying super. Are we supposed to roll the R's? The accent is different.
Like the R's in Quebec, like that, you have to do it with your throat, not your tongue. It's more
With your
guttural.
throat.
Yeah, exactly.
Super. Is that how they talk?
That's
Yeah.
how they roll those R's.
It's me, Charlie.
Yeah, it's true. Super. You know, it's really
is it?
guttural, like in the throat.
Oh,
It's
right.
hard to speak like that way. You know, it's I can't do it. I use my tongue instead. I cheat.
Right. So they're all throat by you, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'll remember that. Oh, duh, twat, cutter.
You got it.
See,
You're ready to come to Quebec.
that's it. I'm getting my ticket booked. I'm
Ready to
sorted.
go.
I'm integrating with these throaty French. So where are we at, Smith?
I don't think he can hear you. He doesn't have his headphones on.
Yeah.
Jeff, yeah, poutine, it's a way of life in Quebec.
Poutine, I must say, I've tried poutine when I was in Toronto. Absolutely fantastic. It was the first thing I ate when I was there. And I can't understand why other places don't do it. Well, maybe they do, and I'm just blind to it. But yeah, really nice poutine with the little cheese curds in there.
That would have the good poutine probably migrated from Quebec. If there's anybody from Ontario listening, I'm sure they're hating me right now, but the best poutine's in Quebec.
So we're coming up to 2 hours into the stream. Into the Smith stream, that is. Actually, 2.5 in total.
Definitely coming down to that last strand, huh?
I think it is.
Now
yeah.
he's listening. He's got the headphones now.
What's going on?
Yeah, we're just saying we're 2 hours in. Where are we at?
I know. Oh, you talk about last strand. You know who's last strand?
Yeah.
Last strand breaking the camel's back. That's what's going on here.
Looking good though.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get legitimately a little salty here.
Oh, really?
At this, yeah, at this. I'm ready to burn it to the ground.
What, are you going to put it in the thingy thing?
Torch.
The thingy thing.
The
thingy
thingy
thing,
that
you
heats
know.
it up.
Yeah, that thing.
You know.
With the
You know,
fire.
the thingy thing.
The hot thing.
Thing with the thing.
You know, it looks like a dragon, kind of.
Hot is that chaude in French?
God, yeah, right.
Yeah, but I'll do Canadian French. Chaude.
There's no R in there, man. Say show.
Shaw.
So I had a couple visiting us, and they're from Belgium, and I told them how I figure the Quebec French is like the pirates of the like the way they sound, you know, like ah, it's kind of, they have that pirate twang on their French, and they got a good chuckle out of it, and they said, yeah, that's basically what's going on.
How you do it? It's got to talk in
Yeah.
a pirate accent.
Pirate accent with the French.
Have you ever talked to? There's lots of Newfies in BC. Ever talked to a fresh Newfie, CryptoSmith, that's come from Newfoundland? Had that experience?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't really recall what the heck they said.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Wow, that's
Filling
gonna be
in.
cool. That's gonna be really, really cool. Starting to
you
get
know,
an idea on it.
you know who never did have an idea? You know who never had a chance? Some guy who said, you know what? You know what would be a fabulous idea? Oh, that poor soul. He had no clue.
What he got himself into.
Oh, he had
Yeah.
no clue.
An incredible amount of work that's going into that already. That's
Yeah.
gonna be epic.
And not to sound a trumpet, but just to kind of give a proper idea. What your guys are seeing doesn't represent the hours behind
The scenes. Yeah.
uh,
And it's even creating
but
that mold, the design, 3D printing,
it's gonna be
some
cool
of the other
though.
straightening of wires that people didn't see.
It's gonna be worth it. Somebody gave this to me, and I don't know if it is stainless steel or not.
Do it the spark test.
I'll cut it up. We'll use it. And hopefully it fills this out. And then I was gonna do powdered steel, but some nickel for some bright stuff. But what time we got?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. I got 15 more minutes. See what we've done. 15 minutes. And this already, this already weighs.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy. Yeah.
I got to put that in the fire, turn it white hot, lift it up, take it over to the power hammer, and then
Smush it together.
no, it's hot. Burn your hand. Very hot. Okay. Hopefully this is stainless steel. Should be. I just had no idea. I had no idea. I gotta watch this
Raphael's saying he's got an identical voice, Canadian special. Canadian Tire special. Catch
Do
you
you know what
later,
it-
Jeff.
Do you know what's Canadian Tire? Banner?
I have no clue, but I'd like you to let us all know.
Yeah, educate us. So yeah, I have no idea either.
It's a big box store, carries a whole bunch of stuff, kind of famous for their cheap prices.
Oh,
They have a
prices.
decent- They have tons of tools and stuff, welders, clothes, pots, pans, knives. It's kind of painting stuff, everything in there. It's just a collection of everything.
This one's all in one store. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it started out as like a garage depot.
Well, like, did it sell tires or something?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
full mechanic shop in them. They sell tires, they fix cars.
Or do they?
Maybe not every store, but most of them now that I see, they have a full garage in them. Mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
They sell fishing gear, hunting gear, rifles, ammunition, hockey gear, you name it, bikes.
Everything a Canadian would need.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of duct tape.
So are you familiar with the Red Green Show? Barner Eye, Sherm, either of you?
No.
No.
Oh no, it's a classic.
What's that?
Yeah. It's a show about Possum Lodge. Just a comedy show. They so the oh, what the heck is his name? I forgot his name, but the main comedian fella, he was interviewed and he put out a stat of how much duct tape they actually went through, and it was staggering. I guess 3M wrote them a letter and basically told them that thanks to you, during whichever year it was, I think, like in the 90s or something, like we were able to stay in business.
Because of them.
So because of them, because of the show, because one of their things was that the fella used duct tape for everything.
Yeah, it was kind of like a I don't know how would you put it, like a handyman show. What's that guy's name that did the show? Tim Allen or whatever.
Tim Allen,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Home
Canadian
improvement.
version. Yeah,
Home improvement.
Canadian version, I guess.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no idea.
Sounds like salt.
Yeah.
This is like Himalayan pink salt.
Yeah, Sherm knows all about that.
Oh yeah. I was in my bag a couple times. At least once.
What am I missing here? Why are we talking about Himalayan pink salt right now?
Because Sherm had it in his bag, one of the trivias.
Why did you have Himalayan?
It was
Oh, okay,
Himalayan
okay.
pink rock salt.
Got
Yeah,
you.
big giant block of Himalayan salt.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. I have some downstairs.
I do.
I do. But mine's not a block. It's already pre-crushed. It's fancy.
So what do you use it for?
It's a good question.
I suppose he like ionizes the air.
Does it?
Something.
I put it
Yeah.
on my food. It's salt. It goes on my food, man.
Yeah, you can use it for your food too.
So I could put that block on my food that you've got, Sherm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy Himalayan salt like to put on your food too, just
I mean,
crushed up finer.
It looked like a piece of a mountain.
yeah, I mean, you, you want to crush it up a little bit. I mean, sure it would dissolve.
Yeah, it's good salt. I've been using it on my food for a while now. I don't switch back to normal salt after that. I like it.
Yeah, it actually is better than normal table salt.
Well, you didn't switch back to normal salt, but you know it's not RTM salt, is it?
No, it's nothing like RTM salt.
Yeah.
He's looking a little defeated.
Nice.
Yeah, sit down for this one.
Yeah.
I-
What we
I
doing?
think the first time I've seen him sit down ever.
We got
I'm
the
looking for tears right now. I'm not sure.
Do we need some duct tape?
I had no idea. You know, you get into some of these things, you get these great ideas. Oh, look at that. Melted. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do.
What's going on, Smith? Come on, talk to us.
Yeah.
You can talk to us.
Yeah.
I've seen this look before, and not the look, but I don't know. Smith, have you ever watched the show Alone? You know, where they're in BC and they're out all by themselves in the wilderness, and they got to last. There's 8 of them to start, and then the last one there wins like $250,000.
Or something like that. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
show.
What, a bit like the Hunger Games?
So
Yeah.
they have a sat phone, and when they're about to you know, when they've
Tap
had
out.
enough and they decide to tap out, and they come out with their sat phone and they sit down and they say a little something, and they
But their experience, yeah,
and
like
then
their
they make the call and
reflection.
they say, "I officially tap out."
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Why you do me like that, Charlie?
uh,
How do I rain? I'm gonna rain some money. I'm gonna rain some RTM.
We head over to the stream party chat.
How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Stream party chat. Stream party chat. Here I am. How do I do it? RTM.send, right?
RTM.send space the amount, and then you can do space active, so A, and then space
Active.
the amount of people you want to try and rain to. So you can do like RTM.send, whatever.
And then that's the
100,
amount.
10A10. Yeah. RTM send 10A10 would be 10 to 10 people.
10 to 10 people.
Or that would be
What if you want to take a total amount and split it between?
Yeah, so you could change those numbers to whatever you wanted.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, so
So-
RTM.send the amount.
I mean, we highly recommend you do 10 million A10.
Oh, now you, Carter. I'll give you rain permissions. Hold on.
RTM.I100. What the heck is that?
That's interactive rain. So that's RTM to 10 RTM to 100 people in 100 seconds. But that's actually dust, so that's actually not allowed. LU card. Minimum of 1 per person.
If you do RTM.send 50A50, then it'll be the then it'll be like people that are active.
Yeah, like our
50,
Bonner
50.
just did.
Like
50,
that. Look,
50.
you see.
So
But-
50A50. So each one of these people gets 50 RTM?
No,
Or
well,
50 gets
it's 50
split.
RTM divided by 50 people, but there's only 15 active, so it's actually divided by 15 people. So 50 divided by 15 actually got it, but 50 total could have gotten it. There you go. That's 1,000, potentially up to 50 people. So we got 16 people, split up 1,000. Very nice.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so thanks for that, Smith, but you haven't told us the reason why. So, I
Because
mean, you were originally looking very depressed. You were looking away from the camera, drinking water very slowly, and we were wondering what was going on. And then we got the rain. So where are we going with this?
Got a smile now.
Are we gonna call the next stream the metal melt or something like that?
The strand after the strand.
The strand after.
the last strand.
A melted raptor or something.
Yeah, I'm a little defeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you
See-
going for that W?
You see all this talk of cheese as well earlier. It makes the pizza more appealing right now.
Yeah. Actually, we're switching it up tonight.
No pizza?
Oh, really? What you having?
Yeah, we're switching it up. No pizza. And I can't say because the kids are here, and apparently it's a surprise.
Oh,
Oh.
surprise.
All right. Okay. Does that mean it's McDonald's?
No.
No.
McDonald's is not food.
Yeah, no, it's just preservative.
Half-life of 500,000 years on the French fries.
Well, I applied for the Guinness Book of Records for the longest McDonald's French fry.
Did you actually go
Did you
through
actually?
it yet?
I remember that.
Yeah, I've got the.
Hey, he still has it.
I've still got the fry. It's still on the top here. Oh, yeah.
Hey, he's got it
Probably
pinned
looks
down.
like the day you bought it.
No, it has shriveled up actually. Because I originally pinned it down so I wouldn't lose the length. You see, I wasn't really bothered about the girth. I was more concerned about the length. You know.
It's the longest fry.
Exactly.
Are you ever tempted to like lick it?
Why would I want to lick a dry fry?
Old fry.
I mean,
I don't know.
there's certainly better things to lick than that. I mean, if they do send someone over to check it, whoever that might be is more than welcome to lick my fry.
Well,
If they
Prove
so
it's
wish.
authentic.
If you give it a lick every couple of days, it's gonna keep it hydrated. It won't shrink.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll send it round your house, and you can give it a lick every couple of days. Keep it going. Yeah.
Well, then I get the record.
Well, that's fine. As long as I know it's hydrated and it's looked after. Then I'm happy
care
with
of
that.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
Good life, that fry.
Weirdest stream conversation yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on our ending here, the fog is gone. I've gathered my head a little bit. I think. Let me know what you guys think of this. Next stream, we're gonna bring back the time limit.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the.
Get you under the
it
gun.
was
You need the
fun.
pressure. You need the pressure.
Yeah, it was fun though. You know what I mean? It gave myself a challenge. Like even when Charlie was telling me that I'm about to get handed a sat phone, I was ready to jump up and just like,
Push the
let's
button.
get her done, you know?
Get me out of here.
Yeah, no, like No, that was like a pep talk for me. I was ready
Oh,
to go
gotcha.
finish it.
I got you. Yeah.
Like
Like,
you
oh,
want
no,
me
I'm
not
not
to.
quitting. Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to do something? Tell me I can't do it, right?
Right.
But yeah, I think we'll bring back the time limit. And next one, we will be working on the billet. I'm gonna basically finish this off camera and then kind of bring in at the very end of it. Also, instead of all the pins, I'm gonna take some more of that solid stock and I'm going to fill in the corners more with it just because I severely underestimated exactly how much material is required for filling in all the empty space. You guys have really just basically been an audience as I work away rather than talking like it usually was. It was more interactive before, which I enjoyed. So I think we've gone really far in one direction. We started in one direction, we went really far in the other one, and I think we're just gonna kind of,
Find the middle ground.
slowly kind of find the middle, which is good, right?
Yep.
Anything with growth and with new, finding new ideas and doing new stuff, it always requires kind of pushing the limits in each direction.
Yep.
I taught my little girl at the time, how to drive essentially by putting her in a parking lot and saying, do some donuts, spin 180s, like just find the limits of what you can and cannot do, and then you'll know, you know,
In a safe way. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, parking lot, middle of the
The
night, or
parking lot. Yeah, you're
hayfield,
not going to run into anything.
hayfield or something, right? So
Yes. Same thing with snow. A snowy parking lot.
yeah, but if you never try and push those limits, you never know what works in the middle or on either side, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, next one, we're going to get some serious headway done on that billet, and I'm going to smash some stainless steel in the meantime and kind of conform it to the corners of this canister. And so the next one we'll actually I'll save the weld up. Basically, we're going to, at that point, put the cap on and weld it up. And then the next time we see that, we'll have drawn it out and cut it and looked at it,
Nice.
That'll be
which
cool.
will be cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't
excited.
wait.
I'm excited thinking about it because a ton of work has gone into this thing and a ton of frustration too. Like, and you guys, what the nice thing I do like about this? You guys have been here for the entire thing.
For the entire
I've done
journey. Yeah, it feels like we're there
I-
with you.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
like I've done some wire straightening and a couple other like things that basically sure, there's a bunch of work behind the scenes, but you've seen what that work entails, and then I kind of do the labor intensive stuff behind the scene. But for you guys have been here for the entire thing, so
It's
it'll
great
be
to
neat
watch.
to
I definitely
it'll be
appreciate
neat to
seeing all those
neat to
steps.
see- yeah, you need to see it all come together.
Absolutely.
I gotta head out.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Oh, thanks again. See you later. Thanks for all the camera work and son over there too, helping out.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Smith.
Daughter.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks everyone for coming, and thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back next week as usual for another RTM update stream and a Smith stream. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll catch
you all later.
We'll catch you later.
Yeah.
Bye.